Welcome to Mondays with Malta. Ray Malavich and John O'Donnell, too. We are live at the Sunset Grill, and I'll tell you, we are going to have a fabulous sunset tonight. We've got the fabulous Fairport skipper cheerleaders, along with the fantastic coach Alicia Sherwood, and she's here. And I always like redheads because I have two little ones at home. Fake, she says. So, and they're not so little anymore. But I'll tell you, you got a redhead too. They say eventually they're going to be extinct. Isn't that something? I wonder how. But we're very fortunate that we're here with Fairport, and for the first hour. In the second hour, it's going to be Perry High School. We've got a fabulous owner of the Sunset, and his name is Tom Moore. He'll be with us in about 3 or 4 minutes. And behind him, who DJs here, is Trenda. And if you want to see a fabulous DJ, come on out. I believe it's Friday nights, right? Trenda's saying yes. Come on out and see Trenda. And she packs them in here. I'll tell you, I was here on a Thursday night, and Tom said it was kind of light, and I didn't think you could get another seat. Friday, it's standing room only. John, how you doing?
Good, Charlie. Good to be here. When's the last time you had a show with a view of the lake?
I never. We were here one other time, and was so excited they wanted us back. And it was chilly. It was like 30, Ray? Or did you have there was snow on the lake, maybe?
Gale force winds, I know that.
So Ray is with us tonight, and very excited that Ray's here. And Ray, how you feeling today?
Oh, you know, day at a time. Pretty good. I know Mr. Foley there will doctor me up, and you'll be able to hear me a little bit.
John brought his whole family. John, it was nice that they came out. It's good to see everybody.
Well, it's good to be here, Charlie, tonight. Looking forward to meeting the skippers and Perry Pirates a little bit later and see what we got coming up this year.
And a sunset. So we're very excited to be here. Pepco Jack Borky, owner-operator, is one of our sponsors, located at 33210 Lakeland Boulevard. Pepco is a wholesaler distributor of electrical and telecommunications, utility, and high voltage. Clements Construction, Mike Clements, owner-operator. Clements did roofing work on my house, on Ray's house. They're the best. 25 years in the business. You know the owner's good when he's up there pounding nails. Matrix Tool Machine, Rich Wilson, owner-operator, proud sponsors of Mondays with Malta, Menor High School Sports, and Menor Middle School Lacrosse. You can reach Rich at 440-255-0300. Menor Family Foods, my good buddy P.J. Conway, located at the corner of Lakeshore and Route 306 in Menor. Menor Family Foods always has exactly what I need. Said a customer that I interviewed when I was in the store. You can reach PJ at 440-946-3788. Forenza Stone, owner-operator Mike Fimiani, my dear friend Missy Fimiani. They're located on Vine Street, 37033. They specialize in granite and marble stone. Mike is the best in the business. If you need a new countertop, it's Mike Fimiani. Go to www.forenzastone.com. They have a $30,000 bathroom in their store, so check it out. Kramer Printing. It's printing faster than the speed of light. Call Lenny Kramer at 440-205-1199. Located at 8634 Station Street. Digital color printing and affordable prices. Letterheads, brochures, envelopes, magnets, and much more. 440-205-1199. I was there this morning picking up some flyers. Lenny Kramer, just a great guy. If you need color printing, whatever you should need, put that on right there, Tom, the yellow one, and we're going to talk to you for a minute or two, and we'll let Trenda talk to you for a minute. Tom, thank you for having us back.
Well, thanks for coming back.
Oh, this is a great place. I'll tell you, no place on the shore of Lake County is there a restaurant this close to the water, right? I walked out to the end there. That is so cool.
You can jump in out there if you are so adventurous.
Or if you have one too many. But that won't happen here tonight. That's for sure. But Tom, you have weekly specials. How's it work here at the Sunset?
Yeah, every week we run specials on the weekend, along with our regular menu. So
okay.
It changes week to week depending on special fish we get in or whatever the cooks think of that week.
And you have entertainment, and you got the entertainer next to you. How many times a week normally do you have entertainment?
Yeah, during prime time we have Friday night, Trenda plays. Typically a band on Saturday. That varies every week. Sunday, another DJ.
Right.
David Lee's been playing with us this year on Sunday.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And you open into wee hours of the morning, or
We have a 1 o'clock liquor license.
Okay, so it's 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Very good.
Yep.
Well, we really, really appreciate you having us out here. And you said come out when it's the sun's going to set and it's warm, and we got the perfect day, Tom.
Yeah,
did you go to church this morning? Because I did. I wanted to make sure.
Last time your hair was not so warm.
No, but you asked us back, and it was nice. And we had Fairport that night, and it was nice. They brought some kids, and we had a good time. And the best part is you wanted us back. Trenda, how you doing?
Real good. How are you guys doing? Nice to see you all again.
We appreciate it, and you're one of the biggest reasons we're here, because you heard us at the Stadium Lounge, and you said, why don't you go out to the sunset? And it was a good tip by you, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And tonight we are going to see a sunset, and for the listeners at home, come on down around 8:06 tonight. The sky's going to be gorgeous down here in Fairport.
Wow, that'll be great. I know I took pictures last time. I came in there and dropped some flyers off and posters, and it was just gorgeous.
Absolutely. And, too, I'd like to take this opportunity to share with everybody our luau coming up. We always have our regular menu and our specials, but this fall we're going to do a few special events. And on September 10th, we are going to do a Hawaiian luau, pig roast and all. So come on down for that, $20 a head. And on October 2nd, our annual clam bake.
Wow, that sounds great, and we'll sure take advantage of that. And we'll give you some plugs with our rest of our shows as we have all the way through January. So thank you. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
All righty. We'll see you. Take care. And you're going to be here a while, right, Trenda?
Oh, yeah. We'll be here all evening.
All righty. Trenda, let's hear it for the owner, Tom Moore. And what a DJ Trenda is. Thank you, Trenda, honey. We appreciate it. And next up is the Skippers cheerleading coach, and Alicia Sherwood. I say it right? Okay, that's fantastic. We're just so excited to have you here tonight. And yes, that is yours. And don't worry, Glenn will tell you if you're putting it on wrong, and you're doing just fine. Have you used a headset before like that?
No, it didn't work out.
Well, I'm sure you could handle that microphone, and we're excited that you're here tonight first.
Thank you.
Now, Skippers, how long have you been a coach there?
This will be my third year coaching, just at the Skippers, but I've been coaching for, forever, since I graduated in 2000.
Now, born and bred in Fairport?
I was born in Painesville City, and then I moved to Fairport in 5th grade, and just really experienced a great experience here, so I never left. I just stayed here, and my kids are raised here, and that's kind of what we make sure that we instill is that hometown pride. Is
that what it is? I hear what you just said a lot about Fairport.
Absolutely.
And it's a hometown pride, and people stay. I mean, that's really cool. And high school here then, that meant you went to high school?
Absolutely. My husband and I both.
Wow.
And he does coach also.
Yeah, he's assistant coach on the football team. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I assigned him the carpool duty tonight, so he was unfortunately not available, but that's that wife thing. Like, I was like, you better do it because it's my turn.
And you've got 3 little ones. Are they all cheerleaders or not?
Tyson is not.
But there's a football player in the group, maybe.
There is.
Look at that smile on his face. No, you won't be a cheerleader.
Yep. No, I mean, he definitely supports his sisters, but both of the girls are competitive cheerleaders, and I also coach out there at Step 1, and, I mean, it's a different level. However, it's all the same love.
That's great.
Leadership and
that's
stuff
where
like
that. Well, it's just like the youth football and youth basketball.
Absolutely.
They got to start somewhere, and if they can start that young, I mean, it's not uncalled for that a cheerleader might get a scholarship down the road. Who knows?
Absolutely.
They never know who's going to see you. Right?
You got to try and push it as hard as you can and just make a name for yourself, I think.
Now, you've got a big group here, and which is nice for us to see. I heard you before the show, no seniors.
This year, unfortunately, because we don't have any seniors, it's almost a positive negative because for me as a coach, sometimes the seniors are stuck in their camaraderie, and I want to change things here and there. So I kind of have this leeway of, well, it's not senioritis, sorry. But so the girls kind of work with me and let me mold them. It's different without seniors. But at the same time, the leadership from the juniors they're amazing. So their leadership is just like senior leadership, but they're juniors, and that's all.
And your juniors been with you for 3 years? This is the most of them?
Some of them, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of girls that have been with me the whole way. We used to just have practice down on the hill. I mean, because I wasn't fully approved in that. I mean, everybody was interested in cheerleading, and we want to make sure that all the credentials matched up and everything was great. But so many people were interested in learning and getting new feedback about cheerleading. So 3 years ago, we just kind of created a vibe, like, if you want to learn, let's try it. And then once all the credentials set in and everything was official, we were great. And I mean, credentials are just a part of the state rules. You have to do all that stuff. So everybody's super pumped about being here, and we're just really excited.
Ray or John?
Al, go ahead, Ray.
Once again, Fairport, always in football, a question with numbers. You know, how many? You got a good turnout.
Absolutely. You know, I got to give a lot of the people who open enroll some credit, because it's hard for the Fairport community, as small as it is, to just only concentrate on that home group. And we've been lucky to have great open enrollment numbers. And I think there's a special thing when you can draw people in. And I think there's a lot of people from Lake County that, even from Mentor and Eastlake and all around, really love Fairport Harbor that much that they'll open enroll and will instill this camaraderie and, you know, that hometown pride that we were just talking about.
You mentioned a few of the cities. Besides Mentor, Eastlake, where else would you draw from?
I'd love to draw from the Chardon Network, but that is like my cheerleader goals, because I work with them and I know those girls and their athleticism, and football players in general too from those surrounding areas. Anybody in our surrounding Lake County area is truly great competition, and they're who we need to compete with. We need to get on that level.
Great.
For me. But I am not the coach, and I don't play football, so I don't know if my thought on that is relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I'm just the cheerleader.
You're talking cheerleaders,
I'm speaking
right.
cheerleader. I'm not speaking, I want to make sure.
You're not speaking for your husband.
No, absolutely not.
So, you know, there's everybody, I think, is pretty familiar with what goes into preparation for a football season, and most notable thing is probably the two-a-days preparation for their season. So tell us a little bit about what the cheerleaders do in order to prepare for your season.
Well, first and foremost, they embrace my crazy, because they truly embrace my want to change the culture. And my thought process is a bit different than a lot of common coaches who just want to fit that mindset. I mean, I want them to excel in any way they can. If I could get these girls to tumble, if I could change rules that we could all stunt. I mean, I truly believe that, yes, we should all be stunting. However, rules, regulations, safety, and all that, and even things I'm unaware of as an like I'm still young. I'm 34 years old. People teach me every day. So, I mean, there's guidelines and certain things that aren't allowed. And if I could have it my way, I'd love for us to be much more competitive, but at the same time, I want these girls to have fun. And it's their high school years, so they just want to dance, and if we can tumble, that to me is my ultimate goal.
So they have a series of regulations from the Athletic Association that says what you can and cannot do, or most notably what you cannot do.
There's a lot of gray area, and I don't really want to challenge it. I just want to build the camaraderie and make things positive at this time, because the challenge of this situation now in my brain, my competitive brain, can't happen. And that's just because we are very different from our private schools. We're different from the people who control the rules. So I can't have my girls go stunt, and that's okay with me. But I do know they can tumble, and I do know that they could do anything they want. So my ultimate goal really is by basketball season to implement some form of tumbling, whether it be level 1 and 2 or whatever they want. The sky's the limit, and I have enough great connections through Step 1 All-Stars and Excel Athletics that I'd love to help them through that process. But it's a matter of what they want to do. And at Fairport, honestly, we have a lot of kids who do multiple sports. Some people, they're pride is in band or majorettes or, softball, and we don't want to take away from that. That was what I loved about Fairport. We could do it all, so I'm willing to embrace that.
And then do you have some of the girls that are cheering for football that also cheer in basketball season?
Absolutely. Yep. A lot of these girls here will cheer during basketball season.
Well, let's meet them. Okay, where's the wireless? And we'll start with. We'll go right around the corner here, and you're she's shaking it. You'll be fine.
She's good. She's like phenomenal drama girl. She participates. She's good. We just got to break the ice. You're good, Victoria.
Will. Okay. I want to remind everybody that we're at the Sunset, and we're right now with the cheerleaders, Alicia Sherwood. At the Sunset, we have a fabulous Mondays with Malta menu: bacon and cheese fries, fried mac and cheese bites, buffalo chicken and tenders and fries, cheeseburger and fries, mini corn dogs and fries, and chicken tacos. And who do we have first?
My name is Victoria, and this is my first year cheering.
What year are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. Do you do any other sports?
No.
No? Okay.
Drama. Honestly, I have to give credit to that because the girl can sing.
Oh, wow.
And she can also act, and I have experienced her at the competitive gym before, so she's ambitious.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Now, what did you do this summer to get ready for cheer?
I conditioned, like as often as I could, so I would stretch and I would try to push myself a little harder.
Because you're using those muscles, you got to get them ready for the season, or you'll end up getting an injury. So that's really smart. Okay, I'm really curious at this one. Who's your biggest rival? Is there one for Fairport?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, maybe some of the other girls will have one. All right. For you, your bucket list, something you go on to do down the road, skydive, swim with the dolphins is a couple familiar ones.
I'd love to either backpack Europe or just travel there after high school.
That's great. I like that. I don't know if we've ever had that. We've asked that quite often, and that's a good answer.
And that comes from a girl who honestly can put her mind to it and do it. So that's inspiring.
It is. Favorite restaurant?
Sorry?
Favorite restaurant?
Anything really.
Anything? Okay. All right, and this is a tough one. If you could bring anybody past or present to dinner, who would it be?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, very. She knew right away. I like that answer.
I like that, too.
All right, next up. And who is this? You can introduce him. Why don't you do that?
Well, this is Patience, and she is a freshman this year, and I'll let you answer his questions.
Hi, Patience. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Great name. Patience, what did you do this summer to get ready for the season?
I stretched every day.
Stretched, okay. Did you run, too, a little bit or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know biggest rival because you're a freshman. How about on your bucket list? What do you want to do someday?
Travel the world.
Travel the world. Okay. Favorite restaurant?
Applebee's.
You knew right away. How about
variety?
How about goals for you this year? Do you have any? School or team?
Try my hardest all year to become better than I am.
That's a good one. And if you could bring one person to dinner, past or present, who would it be?
My mentor, Macy Rowan.
Very good. Aww. For a freshman. Oh, wow, that was nice. Next up is?
This is Alina Hess, and she is a junior this year.
How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How long have you been cheering?
This will be my third year this year.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Now, you're a junior. Have you thought about schools yet for college?
Yeah. I don't really know which one specific.
Yeah,
but
you're thinking about it. It's not a bad idea to do it as a junior.
Alina actually attends college. She's just filtering information.
Okay. Yeah. She goes to Lakeland?
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie. Okay, very good. So you're going to do it for 2 years and have that taken care of when you graduate. That's fantastic. It's nice that they offer that now.
Your parents are going to be very happy about that.
Absolutely, and I love that about Fairport. That's one of the things that I really, as a parent, love, that we have that option.
Great. Now, the third year, do you have a rival?
I don't know.
You don't have one?
I don't know a specific one.
Okay. Maybe the boys will know football-wise.
Yeah.
Bucket list?
I like to travel a lot and hopefully scuba dive somewhere because that'd be fun.
Okay. I think we could scuba dive right here, John. Jeez,
I don't know
it's
if we
beautiful.
see much life out there. It is beautiful, though, that's for sure.
Vacation destination for you?
I've always wanted to go to Australia.
Wow, you know it's a 24-hour flight.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't bother you. Okay, and if you could bring one person home for dinner, past or present, who would it be?
I'd probably go with Misty Copeland.
And who's that?
She is a ballet dancer at the AVT in New York.
Very good answer.
Nice.
I like that. Culture. Very good. And the arts. Next up?
All right, this is Catherine, and she is also a junior this year.
One thing for sure, they all have smiles. And
I
that's
tell
for
them sometimes, you better plant that on, girls. But I do truly think they are very excited to be here and are just excited to participate.
Great, and who is this again?
I'm Catherine.
Catherine, what year?
I'm 11th grader.
Okay. And what did you do this summer to prepare for your cheer season?
Stretching and just reviewing materials, basically.
Okay, and have you looked at colleges yet?
I think I want to go to Case Western.
Very good. And what field?
I want to be a dental hygienist.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Good for you. All right. Bucket list for you?
I want to swim with dolphins.
That's going to be, answer we get a lot, and I bet you'd be a lot of fun. And look at the food that came out. John, what did you have? You ate here earlier.
I had a delicious perch sandwich and some Parmesan garlic fries.
Oh, my
Delicious.
goodness. That's
Delicious.
at the sunset here. Okay. Vacation destination, should I ask you that?
Italy.
Italy would be fantastic. I like that.
I like that.
And who would you like to bring to dinner, past or present?
The same as Victoria. I want to bring back Marilyn Monroe.
All right. Marilyn Monroe,
love
get some
it,
love.
girl.
Okay, next up.
I got to tell you, too, I love those little things in their hair.
Oh,
They look
thank
very,
you.
very nice.
Thank you.
They're sharp.
Okay, next up is
Hi, my name's Taylor. I'm a junior.
Taylor. Have you looked at schools yet?
Yeah, I've looked at Kent State and Cleveland State as well.
And any field?
I kind of want to major in business.
Okay, very good. How about for the summer? What did you do to get ready?
I ran as often as I could, and I participated in the cheer camp our team held.
Very, very good. You play any other sports?
Yeah, I play softball.
Do you? Good. All right. Bucket list for you?
I want to travel to Rio.
Very good. Even with all those outbreaks, and it wouldn't bother you.
It's such a beautiful city. It really is.
It is, and the water's just incredible. All right, you can bring one person home for dinner, past or present. Who would it be?
My mom.
Oh, how nice. That's great to hear. We don't get that often. I mean,
she's my best friend.
She is a good one.
That's excellent. Great answer. Okay, next up is a redhead, and this is
I'm Olivia.
Olivia. Thanks for being here tonight. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
What year are you in?
I'm a junior.
Okay. And what did you do to get ready for the summer?
Well, I stretch every single day, and I did participate in the cheer camp that we had.
Well, that's a good answer, especially for our little listeners at home. Stretching every day.
Absolutely.
So you don't get those hamstring injuries like I did the first day of golf 3 years ago. And it still bothers me. All right. Bucket list.
At the moment, the only thing on my bucket list, I would say, is to graduate college and then add on from there.
Very good. At least you thought about it. Do you have a favorite restaurant?
Really, I just like eating at anywhere new. I don't have a specific favorite one.
All right. And vacation destination?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. And who would you like to bring to dinner, past or present?
I'd have to say my grandpa.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is who? Doing a great job here.
Are you guys good? I'm glad you guys are participating, because I'm like, are they going to go? Are they going to go?
They're doing great.
Good.
Who's up?
What's your name?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, what year are you?
A sophomore.
Okay. And how long have you been a cheerleader?
For 3 years now.
And how do you like Coach Sherwood so far?
I really like her.
Okay, good answer.
You don't have to feel pressure.
She'd have been running all day tomorrow if that answer was anything different.
Nah.
Tell me what kind of preparation you had to put in to get ready for this year.
Pretty much just stretching every day, and then the 3-day cheer camp that we did with AmeriCheer.
And where is that located?
Actually, they came to us.
Were other teams involved in that, other schools involved in that, or was just you?
No, just us.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I do need to thank my assistant coach who isn't here tonight because she truly ran that without me, and I had to work. I not come during the day. I just have another job and stuff. So Lisa Eldridge is one of my assistant, and she really helped me man that ship. So I truly appreciate that.
That's good.
And the girls truly benefit from that.
And tell me what, last thing, tell me what plans you have for your future.
Like career-wise?
Anything you want to do.
Pretty much to go off to college and then just graduate from there and just go out and travel around the world much.
Very good.
A noble goal. Next, please.
This is?
I'm Elisa.
And Elisa, what year are you in?
I'm a freshman.
And how long have you been cheering?
This is my first year.
And what got you interested in cheering in the first place?
Well, my friend Patience, she just said that I think you should join, and I thought it'd be fun, so I was like, you know what, I might as well just try, and I love it. It's really fun.
So Patience is still your friend then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So what do you enjoy most about cheerleading?
I don't know. It's just like if I'm like ever having a bad day and I just go to cheer, it just like makes me happy, pretty much. And just seeing all my friends and stuff, yeah.
And how do you guys get along as a group?
We get along really well, yeah.
And tell me what do you have? Have you thought about what you're going to do as far as after high school?
I want to go into the medical field. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but somewhere in the medical field.
Well, you got a little bit of time to figure that out. So good luck to you. Next, please.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Andrea.
And Andrea, how long have you been a cheerleader?
This is my first year.
And what year are you in now?
7th.
Oh, so you got them, Coach. You got them all the way down into the middle school also?
We tried to never steer away cheerleaders, and even if that means that they are a part of a club and an organization that just creates good camaraderie, I'll do that too. We just want to really induce that school spirit. So I don't know that these girls that are here, that are in junior high, will be cheering on their Fairport football team sidelines this fall. I don't know, but at the same time, and that's just a matter of manpower. However, we never want them to be slighted of information. And if they want to come and cheer us on and help, I also have had kids literally, because cheerleading is considered an activity, I've had them cheer at this age on a varsity night, whether it be an alumni night or something special, because honestly, with the regulations of how it works, we kind of have that leeway.
Yeah.
And until we're considered a sport, I want to make sure that everybody can be as involved as possible.
Well, that's good. It gets the younger kids involved and gets their interest up and helps build your program.
Absolutely, and that's the goal. Just build morale and build some hometown pride like we always try to instill.
Okay. And what got you interested in cheering?
Honestly, when I was in 6th grade, I would go to most of the football games, and it just looked fun to do.
And so you're having a good time with it this year?
Yes.
That's very good. Next one, please. And what's your name? What's your name? And that doesn't count for the question. Go ahead.
Brenda.
And Brenda, what grade are you in?
11.
All right, here's your one question. What got you interested in cheerleading?
Just watching them. Like, it looks fun.
Is that the only one you want to answer? All right, give it one more. We got one final.
One more, Lynn.
Oh. I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay, what grade are you in? And how long have you been cheering?
You're good. You're good.
You're all good.
Yeah, you touch the bottom and then it goes off, so don't touch the bottom. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Yep, you're on. I can hear you.
Lindsay, how long have you been cheering?
Here.
That's okay. 1 second. So Lindsay said this is
got a little technical
year.
difficulty.
We're just
give it to her.
fixing the mic.
Hold it in. All right now? All right.
Thank you, guys.
The boards that are coming up, you touch the bottom. You're fine. Go ahead.
No, wait, Lynn.
Do you want me to start over?
No,
I think you should tell them about who you are and what grade you're in.
I'm Lindsay. I'm a junior.
And what got you interested in cheerleading?
Honestly, I kind of joined cheerleading and helped get over my stage fright. Because it was terrible.
Has it worked?
Yeah, it helped out tremendously.
And what do you plan to do with your future? Do you know at this point?
Graduate high school, go to college, have a cosmetology license, and then I want to do something in the criminal justice field.
Very good.
Wow. Excellent answers.
Good job, Lee.
Wow,
Thank
Alicia,
you.
what a group you got here tonight.
Thank you so much for having us. They're great girls.
Well, we're at the bottom of the hour. We 30 minutes, and that's what we had you slotted for.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Oh, we'll have you on again. And juniors, I need you. I know you want to eat, but I need you to lead everyone, all of your cheerleaders to the banner there, and sign the banner. There's 2 pens there. Here's another one, and put your autograph on there. So, because I know you're going to be famous someday, and
Absolutely.
I'll be the first one to have your autograph.
Thank you so much.
You're listening to Mondays with Malta, Ray Malavic and John O'Donnell, too, on Integrity Radio, WINT, 1330 a.m., live on WINTradio.com. Thank you so much.
We're here at the Sunset Harbor Bar and Grill. John O'Donnell along with Charlie Malta and Ray Malavic, and we're here for the Fairport Skippers. And tonight's show is brought to us by Pepco. Jack Borkey is the owner-operator, located at 33210 Lakeland Boulevard. By Clements Construction. Mike Clements is the owner at 440-951-2033. By Matrix Tool and Machine, Rich Wilson, the owner-operator. By Menor Family Foods, owner and operator is P.J. Conway, located at Lakeshore and 306 in Menor. By Forenza Stone, the owner-operator is Mike. You can reach him at 216-780-4938. And by Kramer Printing, Lenny Kramer, 440-205-1199.
Remind everybody we're at the Sunset Grill in Fairport. It's Fairport Harbor Skipper Night along with Perry Pirate Night. And we're very excited to introduce to you the head football coach of the Fairport Skippers. What a pedigree, because everybody that I've talked to says, Charlie, you've never met him? I said, nope. He says, what a great guy. Russ Messer, congratulations on that, and congratulations on being 1-0.
No, thank you.
Wow, that was a very good win right off the bat.
It was. The boys have worked hard, and we've got the numbers out this year. We've got the biggest number-wise football team we've had since I've been coaching here. So we've got a lot of depth and a lot of competition. And the kids worked hard and fought really hard throughout the game, all through the heat, and we had some depth where we were able to spell some people. So, it was a good win.
It was. You scored 21 points?
20, yeah.
20, and so 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns, and you only gave up 1?
Correct.
So excellent job on both offensively and defensively. And from the stats I looked at, your quarterback had a heck of a game.
He did. He's really won the team over. He's played hard. Unfortunately, I don't think he knows how to slide, even though he guarantees me he does. He puts his shoulder way too much into the kids, where I'd rather him give up maybe a yard or two and go ahead and go down. But I know his teammates have really, and that's won them over. He plays hard.
Have you reevaluated his sliding based on the last touchdown he scored on 4th and 6, or are you going to give him a little bit of a break there?
No, I'm still on him because I need him for the whole season, so I really need him to start sliding.
Now, you had, last year you opened up with Letonia also, and that was a close game. So tell me a little bit about the team you faced in the opener both years and your outlook coming up both those games.
Well, they had a different quarterback this year. Threw the ball a whole lot more. Last year they were predominantly just a run team, and then they would throw when they needed it. This new kid they've got, he's a little bit bigger, can see over the line. He's a little mobile, and he's got a pretty good arm. So it was another dimension for our defense to really work on. We did pretty good against the run game. We gave up one big run, but we held them pretty good. The passing game, it gave us a little test, but the kids kept everything in front of them, so we ended up holding them out of the end zone all but the one time. So.
And that was, about an 80-yard run?
81-yard run, correct.
So other than that, they really didn't have much offense-wise, especially in the run game.
That's correct. The defense played really well.
Coach, I've been around high school football for quite a while. I have no clue where Letonia is.
Latonia's in Columbiana County. It's down south of Youngstown.
Okay.
So it's about an hour, 20-minute drive from here.
Have you been playing them regularly, or?
No, this is only the second time. So we played them. We opened up with them last year at their place, and then here this year.
Great way to start.
Russ, did you graduate from Fairport, and where did you go to college?
I did not graduate from Fairport. I'm from a little town, southern Ohio, New Boston. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It was a steel town. So all of my family grew up working in the steel mills, and unfortunately it closed down in the 70s. So I made my way to Dayton, Ohio, and then went to college at Cleveland State. And I got both my bachelor's and master's degree at Cleveland State. I took a non-traditional route, so it took me about 10 years. But I was the first student there to graduate with my master's in science and bachelor's degrees both at the same time. So I graduated with both of them in 2001.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What about your staff? Who are they, and have you kept them together for a while?
This is the second year for most of us together. I have Dominic Sherwood. This is his second year with me. Up at the high school level. He's also coached at the junior high level, so we brought him on up. I have Joe LaRosa. This is his second year with me. You might know him. He was the head coach at Ledgemont for a few years, so I invited him over once Ledgemont, and he was eager to come in, and he's helped out a lot. He's got a great personality, great experience, and really helped us out. I've got Mike Nahorniak, who moved up from the junior high level this year, so this is his first year at the high school level, but he's been at the junior high level for years. And then my junior high coaches have been there for quite a while, too, for a few years. So.
Well, that's great. It seems like you got a great staff there, and you teach at the school?
I do, yes.
It's got to be an advantage being seeing the kids every day like that, almost 8 hours a day.
It is. It's an advantage to have them in the school, for them to see me, to talk to them all the time, for me to keep them on their grades and know what they're doing, right, and what their mistakes they're doing. I also work with them a lot out of school. I tutor out of football season. I'm coaching, but out of football season, I do a lot of tutoring before school and after school, and try to keep up with them. The grades is the most important thing, and I'm real big on family, so I treat them like my own kids.
Wow, that's fantastic.
How about give us a preview? You got Rootstown coming up this week. What can you tell us about them?
Rootstown's up-and-coming school. This is, I think, the third year for this head coach. He's really turned them around. If you know Rootstown from 5-6 years ago, they were winless. He's a good coach. He's definitely got the kids in the weight room. They're Division 5, so they've got a lot more boys to draw from. They're kind of big. They're athletic, So it's a game. It's a challenge. The kids are going to have to focus. We can't make some mistakes like we were making. You can't give them 40 yards of penalties, jumps, and all sides. So we've got to work on some of those factors. And, we need to execute our blocks and get into our gaps on defense.
And Charlie brought something up a little bit earlier, and you were talking a little bit about the numbers. Tell me about the numbers in your program.
Well, we have 41 on the team this year, which is huge for Fairport. We were always kind of considering a JV team if we got over 30. So this time we have a full JV squad. We've got another area we've always had problems with is offensive and defensive linemen because we're such a small school. This time we've got 15 offensive and defensive linemen, so we have some room to work with there. We're pretty young. A third of our team is freshmen, so we have 14 freshmen on the team. So, up and coming. We've got a good senior group, leadership group. We've got 10 seniors on the team, so it's a real mix of stuff. I'm really excited for the season, and the future is bright here too. A few years ago, even last year, we got to the point where we had some injuries, and we were worrying about whether we were going to be able to play the Cuyahoga Heights game. So with our numbers up this year, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff.
What do you look to do offensively? You're a run team, a pass team. You try to mix it up. What do you do?
I'm kind of old school. I'm Paul Brown kind of fan. I like his running the ball and mixing in the pass and getting the ball in the receiver's hands. But I really have to go with whatever our talent goes. So you'll find out that some days we may be a power team up the middle running the eye, and another day we might be a spread team. I know a few years ago I was the OC for head coach Brandon Lauer, and we would really find out if we got up against teams who were stacked in the middle, we couldn't run in the middle, we would get outside on them. And that's kind of the same now. I'll find I've only got 5 plays I run. I run them from different formations. If I find a mismatch, we'll keep pounding that mismatch, and then if they adjust to it, we'll try to counter it. So we try to use the talent that we have. We try to use the boys we have, and drill a few basic plays and try to go from there.
Coach, excuse me, Charlie.
Go ahead.
The cheerleading mentioned the open enrollment. How does that affect your team?
It helps us out a lot. We don't have any paper. We don't have
That's unusual.
Yeah. So our athletic boosters in our community is really good, and the school is really good. Our superintendent doesn't believe in you either do it all or not at all. So he believes that making the kids play would be a disadvantage to a lot of our kids. So we don't have any pay-to-play, so we get our kids out. But we're a really small school. We're the smallest in Lake County, and there's only a couple Division 7 schools around. One in Geauga County, one in Ashtabula County. So that open enrollment helps us a lot. We get some kids. We get a couple kids from Riverside, a couple kids from Mentor. So it helps. A couple kids from Painesville. And with us, there's no tryouts, and it just works out well for us.
And I would imagine that being a school of Division 7, that it causes problems, not problems, but a lot more travel as far as your schedule is concerned.
Unfortunately, we play in the C. We play a lot of bigger schools. We're in the area, so our 3 open dates are non-league games. We do try to find some people our size that we can play. We do have 2 Division 7 schools we're playing this year. We have Latonia and St. John of Paul, but then we have Rootstown, which is a Division 5 school. So it's hard to find enough division. In my hometown, there's a lot of them, but that's 4.5 hours away, so that's a lot to travel.
All right, Coach. We're going to interview the kids. What we're going to do here is they're going to go on the wireless. You're going to introduce them, all right, and tell us a little bit about them, and we'll interview them. How's that? We're going to start right here, all right, with the Hiram shirt on. Go ahead, Coach.
Okay, this is Nathan Bagan, running back, linebacker, junior. Go ahead.
Nathan, wow, you really put together.
Hey, well, thanks.
You work out quite a bit, huh?
Hey, I try.
No, you look like I'd hate to tackle you, that's for sure.
Well, thank you.
You run over them, or do you run around them?
I try to do both, I'm not the fastest, but I try to get around them sometimes.
Well, yeah, you're really put together. You could see, to our listeners at home, especially our younger ones, if you work out, it pays off.
Absolutely.
You just didn't wake up looking like that.
Absolutely not. You have to work for everything.
There you go. All right, you're a junior. Have you looked at any schools yet?
No, I have not.
You play, being a small school, do you play both offense and defense?
Yes, I do.
And at defense, what do you play?
Linebacker.
Linebacker, you got to love that. Great. What did you do this summer to get ready for the season?
Just worked out every day. That's all I could do. Get better, practice with my teammates.
All right, now, the girls really couldn't answer this, the cheerleaders, and it's more geared to you guys. But, when we ask North, it's South. We ask Joe's, it's Euclid. We ask Lake, it's Mentor. Who's your biggest rival?
I honestly could not tell you. I don't have one, really.
No, you don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
How about you for a bucket list? Something you want to do down the road?
Go to Europe. There we go. Yeah,
there you go. That
fine.
Sounds fun. We had one that wanted to be backpack through Europe, which I think would be an awful lot of fun. All right, how about favorite restaurant for you?
Buffalo Wild Wings, for sure.
All right, vacation. Oh, you said Europe? All right, if you could bring one person to dinner, past or present, who would it be?
Ryan Thomas.
Is that the guy next to you?
Absolutely.
All right, good job. It's tough to lead off. You did a good job. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
Not too bad. How about you?
Does he need no introduction or what?
Ryan Thomas. He's a senior. He's my center right now. Real diverse kid. He will play anything I need him to play. Came to me this year, played fullback. Had to move to offensive line last year. Came to me this year and said, "Coach, I'll play wherever you need me. I'll go to offensive line." So he's our center, and he's also middle linebacker.
Wow. How's it going at center?
Oh, it's not too bad. I mean, I played there a little bit last year, so I was already used to it coming into this season a little bit, and so I don't know. It's really fun. I played offensive line my whole life from when I played Pee Wee football and everything. So it's just fun to get down in the trenches with all the other guys.
Now, do you have the responsibility of calling out the blitzes and stuff like that too, as coach?
Yeah, I mean, on the offensive line, if I look up and I see linebackers creeping up or whatnot, I got to call it. I'll communicate with all the other linemen and everything so we can get on the same page.
Excellent. Now, you're a senior. What schools have you looked at, if any?
I'm actually looking into Ashland and Malone for baseball, actually.
Okay. All right. Very good. How about middle linebacker? You like it?
Oh, I love it.
There's
awesome.
A lot of hitting there, huh? What did you do to get ready for the summer?
I mostly worked out, and I tried getting in condition, a little bit better running and all that good stuff,
Play baseball through the summer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, how much do you weigh, Ryan?
I weigh, trying to think, like 178, I'd say.
And did you find that most of the guys you're going up against at center are bigger than you?
Yeah, much bigger, but especially me being a little bit smaller than most defensive linemen, if I get under all those other guys, I can use my leverage and lift them up and have no problem.
Quick them, right?
Yeah.
You beat them to the spot.
Yeah, hopefully.
You can't do it.
All right. Now, do you have a rival, biggest rival?
No, probably. I mean, I don't really have a rival. It's just whoever we play every single,
Whoever
every
you line
week.
up against. All right. Good list for you?
Oh, this has got to be a tough one. I want to go scuba diving one day.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Favorite restaurant for you?
Probably Chipotle.
Chipotle's a big answer. We hear a lot. And if you could bring someone home for dinner, past or present?
Sammy Schuster.
Sammy, boy, you could bring Bill Gates, but Sammy Schuster it's going to be.
Class A funny dude.
Ryan, you got a career in broadcasting. You can really handle that microphone. So minor in broadcasting to get in school because you could do a good job.
All right, thank you.
Very good job. And who's this, Coach?
Jacob Severino. He's a receiver, defensive back. He's a sophomore for us.
Wow. Jacob, another guy built. You've been spending a little time in the weight room?
Just a little. I try to do what I have to, just to get a little bigger, a little stronger.
Ryan, if you take it off, after you sign the banner. Yes, I signed the banner. Okay, what did you do to get ready for the summer?
Just condition, run, work on my stamina. That's about it.
Okay. Bucket list for you?
I don't know. I would just have to travel the world.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Favorite restaurant?
Chipotle. I'm just with Ryan.
Vacation destination when you travel the world? Anywhere out of the country?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And if you could bring someone home for dinner, past or present?
It'd be my grandma.
How nice. And your goal this year? Playoffs? Beside that?
I'm just focusing on the team that we play next.
Great answer, Coach. Great answer. All right, next up, who's this?
Zach Heller. He's sophomore. He's offensive lineman, defensive lineman.
Zach, how big are you?
What?
How big?
Well, I'm 6'2", 190.
Wow, that's pretty big. What year are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. And do you like anyone better, offense or defense?
Offense for sure.
Okay. What did you do to get ready for the summer?
Lift, condition, anything that I could possibly do.
You play other sports?
Baseball.
Baseball, all right. Bucket list for you?
See the Browns win a Super Bowl. I mean, I think that's all of us.
It's never been said, and you deserve a round of applause. There it is. That is outstanding.
Well, good luck with that.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
We're sitting in it right now.
All right, Tom Moore, do you hear that? Get this guy an appetizer. He said the Sunset is his favorite restaurant. Vacation destination for you?
My favorite place in the world is Alabama. So.
Really? Any reason why?
All right. Well, I have family down.
Okay.
That my grandpa, all were raised down in Alabama.
Fantastic.
And favorite football teams, the University of Alabama.
Boy, that hurts. That hurts. That's really hard here. Tom, you a Buckeye fan? Tom, are you a Buckeye fan?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, all right. That's okay. It's your choice. And should I know the answer to this? Who's coming in to dinner at your home, past or present?
if I could choose anyone to dine with, it would for sure be Derrick Henry, Alabama's running back last year.
All right, thanks for letting us know. Have a nice time rooting on Alabama. Have a good year. Thank you so much. And this is?
Sammy Schuster. He's a freshman this year. He's a quarterback and defensive back.
How you doing, Sammy?
Is he going to do?
How are you?
He's going to do a routine for us now, right? Based on
what Ryan said.
What?
You're going to do a comedy routine for us because of what Ryan said.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, go ahead. Go to it.
I don't have anything right now.
All right, next time. Sounds good. What'd you do to get ready for the summer?
I worked really hard all off season.
Did you? Do you play any other sports?
I play baseball and basketball.
Bucket list for you?
Just to beat Rootstown this week.
Favorite restaurant?
Probably Applebee's.
Vacation destination?
You're looking at it right here.
Right here. Tom Moore, get another appetizer. Vacation destinations to Sunset. Excellent answer. And who's coming to dinner at the Sunset with you?
Probably Nathan Bagan.
Nathan.
He's my role model. I look up to him.
That's excellent. It's good to have a role model at your age, too. Okay, who's up next, Tom? Not Tom, my coach.
Stealth Yates. He's a defensive lineman, offensive lineman, freshman.
I got to ask you, what's that name all about?
I guess my mom's just good at naming kids.
I thought maybe that was your nickname on the football team because of your ability to get by guys without them seeing you. What position you play?
I play DN and right guard.
Okay, and which side of the ball do you like better?
I'd have to go with defense.
Why? Because you get to hit people?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a plus.
And how long? What position did you play last year? Same spots?
I kind of went around. Towards the end of the season, I played a little bit more tight end.
And this last game you had, the first game against Letonia, what play stood out for you in that game? Anything in particular?
No, not really.
I thought you were going to tell me you sacked the quarterback, no?
No.
All right, now you got Rootstown coming up, and then 8 more after that, so you can go at it.
Yeah.
What, do you play any other sports?
I play basketball, but I wasn't able to play last season because of injuries, and I was kind of looking forward to a little baseball this upcoming season.
Are you going to try to play basketball again, too?
Yes.
All right, and do you, in your experience, you got a rival that you focus on throughout your schedule?
No, I'm just focusing on Rootstown this week.
All right. All right, next guy.
Russ, who's this?
This is Tobin Schaefer. He's sophomore, tight end, defensive lineman.
Tobin, tell me what side of the ball do you like best, the offense or the defense?
I did like defense, but lately I've been liking a little bit of offense.
Why is that?
Normally last year I was on the line, and now I'm also on the line, but I can also catch a few passes.
All right, can Tanner get the ball to you, though?
He has before, yeah.
What any particular play that stood out for you in the Letonia game?
I definitely like that pitch. That pitch was good.
Describe that for us.
Well, normally I would take a bucket step so I could get outside of the D end, and so Nathan could have a running lane.
And how'd the play work out?
It worked out pretty decent.
And what do you expect this week from Rootstown?
Definitely for them to come out with some intensity, but I also expect us to come out with some intensity as well.
And how do you? I mean, do you have a group of guys that gets up and gets ready for all these games? For instance, in the Letonia game, were you guys pumped because it was your first game?
Yeah, definitely. The senior group is pretty. They're pretty good at getting us hyped.
And how did you guys handle the? It was about upper 80s and humid on Friday. Did you have any problems maintaining your intensity throughout that game?
There were definitely some cramps, but I think we pushed through that pretty well.
Very good. Next guy.
Tanner Horniak, cornerback and quarterback, senior.
Tanner, tell me something. When you went to the sidelines after that 4th and 6 run, what did Coach say to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
It was expected,
I don't quite think that's the truth.
Well, he didn't tell you. He didn't tell you I would have rather have you slid at about 5 yards, did he?
Possibly would have said that.
Well, now, do you understand? It sounds to me and it looks to me like you're a pretty important player to that offense. I mean, do you understand what the coach is saying about sliding?
I do. Yes,
Right.
I do.
And why is he telling you to do that?
I don't know. I kind of like with my shoulder.
Coach, good luck to you. I know it's going to work this year, but Tanner, what do you enjoy doing more as a quarterback, throwing or running?
Definitely running.
And how have you been? How many years have you been playing quarterback now?
This is my first year starting, but I've played all 4 years as quarterback.
Right, do you play any other positions?
Offensively, no. Defensively, I play and safety. So.
All right, now let me ask you this: does Coach tell you not to make that tackle when you're playing corner and safety, or he's telling you to stick your nose in there?
Yeah.
At corner and safety, I try to teach them the rugby-style head-behind tackling, but I do teach them to put their shoulder in there. So.
Well, it sounds like you're a key component to that team, Tanner. So I think you should pay attention to your coach and do what he tells you. He's looking out for you in the long run. So,
Tanner, a lot of your teammates play baseball. Do you?
Yes, I do.
So you're familiar with sliding?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know how to slide.
I mean, you got to be better than Robert Griffin. He doesn't know how to slide, so you got to at least do better than that.
Well, Coach, I think that rounds him out. Are we speaking here? The big guy? No? Okay. Tell us a little bit about him.
Terrell Becks. He's a senior, defensive lineman, offensive lineman.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Go ahead, John.
So how long, what year are you in?
I'm in my senior year.
And what are you looking to do? You looking to play any more beyond this year?
If I can, I will, but I'm not sure.
And tell me what you did in order to prepare to play in this heat and humidity. What'd you do this off season to get ready for that?
We did a lot of running, so.
Did it pay off Friday night?
I think so.
See, you got to listen to Coach. He knows best.
Okay. One last question. If you could bring one person to dinner, past or present, who would it be?
My coach.
Russ, that's an excellent answer. Well, at the top of the hour, we really appreciate you being here tonight. What a place. They said 8:06. The sun is down already, but it's a gorgeous night tonight. And Russ, the people that told me what a great guy certainly were correct. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see if you guys get to the playoffs. Please give our regards and thank the AD, Mike Mockner, and we really appreciate Fairport being our first hour of the show, and what a great first hour. The guys and girls can go on our website at WINT.com and go to Archives Mondays with Malta and get a copy of this.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
We appreciate it. This is Mondays with Malta. Ray Malavic and John O'Donnell to Integrity Radio, WINT, 1330 a.m., online at WINTradio.com. So back to Mondays with Malta, Ray Malavic and John O'Donnell, too. We're live at the Sunset. We are on Integrity Radio, WINT, 1330 a.m., online at WINTradio.com. And just this past month, we are FM2, 101.5 FM on the dial. And tonight, we're at the Sunset featuring Fairport Harbor Skippers and the Perry Pirates. We are brought to you by Pepco, Clements Construction, Matrix Tool Machine, Menor Family Foods, Forenza Stone, and Kramer Printing. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of the coaches in Northeast Ohio. When you talk football, they mention his name, and that's Matt Rosati. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Matt, I said that about football, but the first time I actually got to meet you, I was in the stands as you entertained a group of baseball coaches. I wonder if you remember, at Euclid, and you were the coach at West G. And I learned a lot that day as a father and as a coach. But when I talked to you at the Touchdown Club last December and told you I'd love to have you guys on, I said, Coach, never brought up football once. and that really surprised me.
Well, I do remember that. It was actually a lot of people bring that up to me, so it must have been pretty good. I had a good time doing it, though, and it's more about the sport. It's not so much about the sport; it's more about the kids and the relationships that you build. So
that's great. Well, on our show we've had the wrestlers on, and you've had some great ones, some state qualifiers on, and we've had the volleyball team on. But finally got you guys on, and we're really excited, and what a program you got over there. Congratulations on that, and congratulations on that first win against Riverside.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're very fortunate. We have some outstanding kids to work with, and they have such a great attitude, and they're so much fun to coach. So we're very fortunate that we've had the success that we've had.
I know John will have a couple questions about the game itself, but let me hear about your staff first, and who they are, and how long they've been along with you, at least approximately.
Well, as far as our football staff is concerned, our patriarch is Mike Ryan, and Mike Ryan has been at Perry for 38 years. He's an outstanding coach, and we're so very fortunate to have him. He is what Perry football is all about. We also have some other very experienced coaches as well. Jim DePolfi has been coaching for 34 years, and he's been on our staff for the past 6 years. Chris Bezig, 17 years coaching. Rich O'Keefe, 20 years coaching. Jeff Perry, 16 years coaching. We added a new coach this year, Ray Enrico, and he's been coaching football for 15 years. It's his first year with us. Let's see, boy, I'm missing some others too. Mike Christinger, an outstanding coach, our defense coordinator this year, and our strength coach. He's been coaching for 14 years. This is his third year at Perry. So we've had just an outstanding staff. We have a great junior high staff as well with Matt Sullivan, Mark Sciano, a young coach that played for us, John Still, and our head track coach, Lane Richards, coaches the 7th and 8th grade groups. So we're very, very fortunate. We have outstanding people to work with our young men.
Is that the Matt Sullivan, his brothers are Mike and John?
That is correct.
Wow.
It is. Yes.
We all remember that offensive, our defensive stop on that offensive back on the goal line. Was that against USC?
It was.
Wow.
Yep.
John?
Tell me a little bit, Coach, about your opening win over Riverside on Friday night. It seemed like a barn.
It was a football game. Riverside's very much improved. They were a very physical football team. They forced us to do some things that, they forced us to do some things offensively that we were capable of doing, and that was throw the ball. They definitely tried to load up and stop Josh Petroselli, one of the top running backs in the state, and they did a very good job containing him. But we had some other weapons, and we were able to get the ball downfield. Our quarterback, Holston Brewster, did a great job throwing the football, and our line did a tremendous job protecting. And Andy Foley and Jacob Allen and Jacob Petraitis, Jacob Rigby, they all did a great job catching the football, and we were fortunate to come out with a victory.
And is it your philosophy, offensive philosophy, I guess, is it to run the football primarily this year?
No. We try to be as balanced as we possibly can, and we think that we have good enough athletes that whatever challenge is presented, we can do either. We can throw or we can run. We're very, very blessed to have some outstanding top-flight skill positions. And like I mentioned, Andy Foley and Josh Petroselli, Jacob Allen, they're some of the best in the state of Ohio. So especially for a Division IV school, we're very fortunate that we can be very balanced with what we do.
And last year you had, was it Luke Farrell?
Correct.
Was your big gun? And how does this year's team, weapon-wise, differ from last year's team?
Well, to be honest with you, we did lose Luke, and Luke was a tremendous football player for us, and he's going to have a great career at Ohio State. He's tough to replace, but overall, we were able to add some pieces to it. Jacob Petraitis and Jacob Allen are two outstanding athletes, and they were able to step in, and we haven't really missed a beat offensively. Andy's a year older, Josh a year older, and our offensive line is older. They're more experienced. Last year, we were only returning one starter. This year, we're returning 4 starters up front out of the 5 guys. So we're fortunate that we're more physical than we were last year with our offensive and defensive lines. So that's definitely something that's played to our advantage to this point.
And What does your conference look like? How strong is it this year?
The conference is good. Overall, probably not as strong as it has been in the past. Traditionally, the CFC Sugar Division is one of the premier conferences around, but there's more balance than there has been in the past. Williff is going to be a strong team, and Sugar Falls is going to be a very, very competitive team, along with West Geauga and Orange and even Beechwood. So overall, it's going to. Geneva had a great win against Madison. I cannot forget mentioning that. We cannot overlook Geneva. So it'll be a competitive conference.
And tell me about your defense. What do you see as your strengths on defense and your weaknesses on it?
Defensively, our strengths are definitely we have a very experienced secondary. Our biggest issue is that we play a lot of our skill guys both ways, Andy and Josh and Jacob Allen. They're our skill guys, but they're also playing on defense. And for a Division IV school, playing Division II, Division II, that takes its toll a little bit, but our secondary is a strength. We also have some outstanding guys up front. Hayden Makad, he's 6'4", 250 pounds, runs a 4.8 40. He's one of the top offensive and defensive prospects in the state of Ohio. Up front, he's a junior. We have Nick Mason, who's Nick's here today, an outstanding defensive player and somebody that people are definitely going to take note of down the road. And then we have some depth too up front. So we Luke Nisley, somebody that's helping out up front, taking over for Hayden, giving Hayden Makad a break. And then we have Colin Hagan, who's one of our captains here. He's a defensive lineman, a nose guard that is just phenomenal. He's physical and he's fast, and he's got a heart and a motor that just won't quit. So up front, we feel very, very comfortable that our guys, we have enough of them, and they can rotate themselves through when they need to. That's something we're looking forward to. We also picked up Seth Smith, who transferred from Madison. He's been hurt. He hasn't played yet, but a very talented young man, along with Tyler Horvath as our linebackers, and Cody Baranowskis. So we have some very talented guys. I can't forget to mention Cameron Rogers, who is a very promising sophomore, one of the top athletes on our football team. I guarantee people will know about him.
Coach, two numbers jumped out at me as I looked at the results. 300-plus yards passing, Riverside 300-plus yards rushing. So, but you mentioned it. You're going to be a passing team. Do a little better against the run, I assume.
Yes, sir, Ray. The biggest thing, Riverside literally, they blitzed everybody known to man at us to really try to disrupt Josh Petroselli. They did a great job, and they left some matchups for us on the edge, on the outside, and our quarterback Colson Brewster did a great job getting the ball downfield, and Andy and the guys, they made some plays. Andy Foley had, I believe, 6 catches for 150 yards. He threw 2 passes for 57 yards, had an interception as well. So, our big guys stepped up and they made plays, and we did give up a lot of rushing yardage, but I want to give Coach Boers and Riverside a lot of credit. They were a very physical football team, much more so than we open with them every year, and this year they came out and they really hit us. So they played really well, so I want to give them a lot of credit. But our guys,
2 weeks ago we had our football preview, and Perry Pirates came up a lot among the other coaches that look out for this year, and boy, what a great start.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. Yes, we do. We're excited about our group, and we're looking forward to playing the Brush Sharks this week and going from there. So,
good luck.
I want to remind everybody we are Mondays with Malta, Ray Malavic, John O'Donnell, 2 on Integrity Radio, WINT 1330 AM and 101.5 FM. I've got one more question, and that is I got a chance to bump into Josh Petroselli at Jeremy Cook's graduation, and that was only about a month ago, and that was the weekend he had knee surgery. I see he played on Friday night. How did he come out after, and is he just about 100%?
He came out okay. He's probably, if you asked him and he told the truth, he'd probably tell you he's about 85% right now. He's coming back. He's a little sore today, definitely. He came out for practice today and had his knee brace on, and he ran around. He's somebody that's never going to complain or not want to play, but give him a few more weeks and he'll be he'll be ready to roll. So he should be up to 100% pretty soon. So you'll know when he is because he's a special athlete.
How's your, as far as your roster is concerned, how's your between the seniors and the upperclassmen? Lower class.
Right now we have 8 seniors. That's all we have is 8 seniors. We have a tremendous, we have a good junior class, 17 juniors. We have 17 sophomores, and then we have 20 freshmen. And the sophomores and freshmen are extremely talented. They've lost very few football games on their way through, and our junior class is really big and physical, and they're blossoming at the right time for us right now, and that's going to be a real key for us, especially and for the future as well, because we really think that junior class next year is going to be a very physical group with the skill that we have coming. It's going to be a special time for us in the next 3 to 4 years. So,
all right, let's talk to the kids. The way we're going to do it, we're going to have Coach Matt Rosati introduce them, tell us a little bit about the athlete, and we'll ask the questions after that. Go ahead, Coach.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Well, with us we have Colin Hagan. Colin is a defensive lineman for us. He's our nose guard. He's Captain Hagan, I like to call him. He's an outstanding student, works very hard in the classroom, has been with us for forever. I remember watching Colin when he was in 4th grade and all the way through. He does a tremendous job. He's a great young man and a very, very good football player.
Go ahead, Ray.
What grade?
I'm a senior.
Senior. Have you looked at any schools yet?
Not really. Not sure yet.
Okay, got some time, huh? What'd you do this summer to get ready for the season?
A lot of definitely in the weight room and on the field training, stuff like that. Definitely helped this year.
Do you personally, excuse me, have a football rival that you really look forward to playing?
Madison, definitely.
Okay. In the conference, but close enough to be a big rival.
Yes.
Bucket list. Something you'd like to do that you haven't done yet?
Definitely make the 100 tackle club. That's been my goal since sophomore year. Still haven't reached that goal yet, but definitely this year.
Okay, good shot. How many did you have last week?
What's that?
How many did you have last week?
I'm not sure. I have to check with the stats.
You had a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. How about favorite restaurant?
Gonna have to go with Olive Garden.
Okay. Vacation spot?
Hilton Head.
Been there before?
Yes.
Real nice, huh? And if you could bring one person to dinner, past or present, who would it be?
John Cena.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Great job.
You're welcome.
Good job. Pass it along, please.
Wow, Ray, I wish I could answer those questions. Those are tremendous questions. Those are a lot of fun. Wow. Wow, that is excellent. Next, we have Colston Brewster. Colston is our quarterback. He's a junior. Colston is 6'3", 195 pounds. Had a tremendous game the other day. He threw for 277 yards, 17 of 28, and 4 touchdowns in his first varsity start. So, Colston, a very, very good student in the classroom as well.
It's going to be hard to beat for first start, huh?
Say that again?
I said it's going to be hard to beat what you had last week.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat.
Yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good game. It's fun.
You're running quarterback also?
I can run every once in a while.
Laugh. How come
Yeah, Ray, that's a jokeable topic, if Colston can run or not. The kids like to make fun of him about that. He's not much of a runner. He can throw it.
Oh, we can see that by the yards. How about you? Do you have a rival?
My rival is definitely Madison.
Okay, and you think it's the closeness of the schools?
Yes, yeah, it's been a rival for a long time.
Sure. How about a bucket list, something you'd like to do?
I'd like to throw over 350 yards, 3,500 yards this year, and I'd like to go to college, play football.
Great. How about a favorite restaurant?
Favorite restaurant? Texas Roadhouse.
Good one. Vacation spot?
Vacation spot. I like to go out to Utah. I like to snowboard.
And how about a goal for you personally this year?
A goal
for you personally.
A goal for me?
Or your team.
I would like to make it to the playoffs, win, and go deep in the playoffs.
Sure.
Yes.
Like all the way, huh? And
that'd be nice. I have big hopes for this team.
You were bringing someone to dinner, past or present?
I'd bring my grandpa.
Very nice answer. Thank you.
Let me ask you one.
Great-looking kid, huh?
One thing before you pass the mic, you talked about 3,500 yards for a season. Is that? Did you know in the history of Perry who the quarterback that has thrown for the most yards? Are you aware of that at all?
Jeremy Goldheiser?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I thought he knew too.
Okay.
No, I think he has it. I think Jeremy Goldheiser has it.
Way back a long, long time ago, there was a guy named Kurt Unger that was a quarterback there who threw for a whole bunch of yards. So, but it's good you know your history about the Perry Pirates.
Thank you.
Next we have, go ahead, Coach.
Next we have Luke Nisley. Luke is a sophomore. He's a defensive tackle for us. He's also a very good offensive lineman. We just have him on the defensive side of the ball this year because we think he's going to make a real impact for us down the stretch. Luke, another outstanding student. What are you now, Luke? 6 foot? Yeah, maybe not. He's about 6 foot 230 right now. I'll be generous to him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Luke.
How tall is your father, Luke?
My dad's 6 foot.
Okay, so you're kind of in that 6 foot range, and you may stay there. How quick are you?
I'm pretty quick. I wouldn't say the fastest.
He's faster than Colson. Let's just leave it at that.
That's not too hard, though.
Well, I tell you what, Charlie was mentioning one of your coach's brothers, Coach Sullivan. His brother Mark played starter for Ohio State when he was a freshman. He wasn't more than 5'10".
Oh, he was 5'8", wasn't he?
But he was quick as lightning, and that's how he lived off those offensive linemen because he was gone before they could figure out where he was going. Right?
Well, I'll tell you, there'll be a bunch of coaches who are like a sophomore, looking like you guys keep growing, keep filling out. You have a rival, the Madison?
Yeah, it's Madison.
Seems like it'll be unanimous, huh? How about a bucket list?
I would like to make a big impact on defense this year.
Okay. You like playing D?
Yes.
How about favorite restaurant?
Probably Panini's.
Okay. Favorite or place you'd like to visit that you haven't?
I like going to Florida.
Anywhere down there?
Like Daytona Beach.
Okay. Not humid for you?
Excuse me?
Not too humid for you?
Oh, no. I like...
You like the heat?
You must have liked last weekend when you played then, right?
Yeah.
Nice and humid for you.
Yeah.
Any problem with that weather last week? A few cramps, maybe?
No, it wasn't too bad.
You guys were conditioned properly.
Yeah, definitely.
And bringing someone to dinner, past or present?
I would probably bring Dwayne Johnson to dinner, I guess.
That's all right. Good one.
The Rock.
Uh-huh.
Excellent answer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Coach, a question about Luke. What do you think is his strongest attribute as a defensive lineman?
Oh, this is the easiest question in the world. Luke is extremely intense. He has great passion and energy every day. He gets the guys pumped up. He's which is tough in today's game of football to see guys that are really, really intense and excited to play. Luke is somebody that is ready to go no matter what, and he brings that energy and enthusiasm, and that's why we really want him to shine on the defensive line. He just has so much passion for the game, and that's great to see with a young man.
Well, you could see that when Ray asked him if he likes offense or defense, his eyes lit up, and he was into the defense. So
yeah, he likes to go get it.
And what you said, Coach, a little unique for a younger player. Bodes well for the future. And last but not least, we have, Coach.
Well, next.
We got two more, Ray.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't count well.
We usually forget the other one anyway. So next we have Big Nick Mason. Nick is a junior. Nick is 6'3", 235, and he plays on the defensive line. He also helps us out on the offensive line when we need him. But he is an outstanding player, very physical, very good wrestler as well. His work ethic is, he's really, really developed a great work ethic, and we're very proud of the young man that he's turned out to be. Just a tremendous student, and he's really a role model for young kids, no question. Nick Mason.
Nick, you, Coach, mentioned wrestling. How does wrestling or football help each other?
Well, in the wrestling season, it's really hot in the wrestling room.
drops my weight down a little bit, so it helps me get a little bit faster. And we're always conditioning in the wrestling room, which helps with football, running up and down the field.
And then, of course, in the summer, you wrestle too?
Yeah.
Different tournaments around?
Yeah, we have like Baldwin Wallace summer duels we go to as a team every once in a while, and just regular open mats every once a week.
In this past season, what weight class?
I wrestled 220, and then once we got up to sectionals at the end of the season, I started wrestling heavyweight.
Okay. Have a preference in the sport?
Probably football.
Okay, it's all right. Rival, I think I know.
Yeah, it'd probably be Madison.
All right. Bucket list, something you'd like to do that you haven't yet?
For wrestling, I'd like to make it to state this upcoming season.
You haven't been there yet?
I made it to districts last year.
All right, next step.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Favorite restaurant?
Probably Pickle Bill's.
Ooh, good one, right up the road, huh? Vacation spot?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, good one. Bringing someone to dinner, past or present?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Got a wide range to pick from.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. No problem. I'm always available. Okay, thanks.
All right. I'd take Mike Kissinger.
Okay, good. And now, last but not least.
Well, right next up we have senior Andrew Foley. Andrew is, oh boy, he's a unique young man. 6'2", 195 pound, actually maybe 205, 6'2", 205, senior wide receiver, defensive back. Andy is considered by many to be a Division I athlete. He's had a couple offers as of right now, and we're waiting to see what's going to happen down the road. The other night at Riverside, I think I mentioned he had 6 catches for 153 yards. He threw 2 passes for 57 yards. He was 2 for 2, and threw a touchdown pass as well, and also intercepted. Had a big interception to end the football game for us.
Wow.
He's a phenomenal athlete, great basketball player as well. Just an outstanding student in the classroom, and we're really, really proud of how Andy handles himself. He has great passion for the game, and he has a very bright future.
Sounds like you do. You already had one. 9 more to go. Some people look like a position. You know they are. You look like a wide receiver. Have you played it for a long time?
Last year was the first year I've ever played wide receiver.
Okay.
I played quarterback my whole life.
So, wow. That's why you threw those good passes.
Yeah.
Another threat. Okay. You like receiving that ball, though?
Receiver is my favorite position.
All right. Good job. Biggest rival? I think I know.
I might have to change it up. I'm going to go with West G.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonder if the coach's biggest rival is West G.
Yeah. I never beat West G, so.
Oh, okay. Extra incentive.
Yeah.
And I believe they started with a 0 last week, huh?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Bucket list?
Bucket list for the season? Or
something you haven't done.
Something I've never done. I want to win a playoff game for Perry this year.
Okay. And more than one.
More than one, for sure.
All right, good. Favorite restaurant?
Longhorn.
Good one. Vacation spot?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
And bringing someone to dinner.
LeBron James.
LeBron James?
Yeah.
I bet he picks up the tab.
What about, what do you have? The coach mentioned you got a couple offers. Do you mind saying who those are, if you can?
I'd like to keep it quiet, but
okay.
Yeah.
Am I going to see you on ESPN in early February with baseball hats on a table waiting to put one on?
No.
What do you when you do play in college, what position do you want to play?
I'll play whatever they want. I mean, schools have recruited me to play safety, but some of my schools that are top schools want me to play receiver, so that's where I'd like to play.
And a guy like this that is so versatile, he was playing quarterback last year, and now he's a star in both at a wideout and in the defensive backfield. What made you switch him to the positions he's playing this year?
Andy played quarterback for us as a sophomore, and he did a really, really nice job. We had such a unique skill set of guys with Luke Farrell, and we had Jackson Burdishaw, who's an outstanding quarterback as well, and we had Josh and DJ Altman and Andy, and we just thought, you know what, the more athletes we can put on the field, spread them out, and let's have some fun. So Andy, it really fit our team, and it worked out real well. Andy could even play offensive tackle. We were thinking we were going to move him there. He broke his foot in March, and he has not practiced really until last week was the first week where he's actually fully practiced. So we like to tease him that he got a little chunky over.
Put on 20 pounds.
Yeah, so we were going to move him to the offensive line just for the heck of it, show how versatile he really is.
Probably do a real good job there.
I don't know about that.
Really?
Well, Coach, we're at the bottom of the hour, but I'd like to keep you just 5 minutes over. We have to break because I got a question for the quarterback and then a question for you, and John or Ray has another question we'll be able to ask. We are Mondays with Malta, Ray Malavic and John O'Donnell, too, on Integrity Radio, WINT, 1330 AM and a 101.5 FM. We'll be right back after this short break.
With Malta at the Sunset Harbor Bar and Grill, located in beautiful Fairport, right on the lake. And tonight's show is brought to you by Pepco. Jack Borkey is the owner-operator, located at 33210 Lakeland Boulevard in Eastlake. Clements Construction, Mike Clements is the owner, 951-2033. By Matrix Tool and Machine, Rich Wilson is the owner-operator. By Menor Family Foods, the owner-operator is P.J. Conway, located at the corner of 306 and Lakeshore Boulevard in Menor. By Forenza Stone, the owner-operator Mike Fiamini, 216-790-4939, and by Kramer Printing. Charlie?
Yeah, Coach, I got a couple more questions for you. One is, it seems like you really have a strong junior class. Have they won at every level?
Charlie, they have. They've won, but not as big as the other classes. The sophomore class has never, they've only lost maybe 2 football games from the time they've been in the 4th grade. The freshman class as well. The junior class, they have very, very talented linemen, but not a lot of skill guys. So as they were coming through, a lot of times it comes down to, skilled athletes at a younger level. And, other teams might have had a little more skill than we did, but these linemen kept developing, and now they're monsters, and you mix them with the skill, and we think we have something special now and in the future. So we're very excited about the junior class.
And who do you got next week?
Next week we play the Brush Arcs.
That's right, you did say that. And a new coach over there, right?
His second year, Jeff Fink.
That's right, Jeff came from Menor. And what do you know about them?
They're an extremely athletic group, very, very athletic. They're very, very big. They have a young man going to Cincinnati, 6'5", 340-pound offensive and defensive lineman, and we're going to have a tough time with him and some other guys they have up front. So very skilled athletes and a very, very physical team. So we're really going to have our work cut out for us at home this week.
Okay, either you two got another question for me?
Well, I was just going to say, Luke, you all set to handle that guy, 6'5", 340-pound guy next week? You just have to outquick him. That's all. It's easy.
He'll growl. He'll do a lot of growling. I can guarantee that.
Hey, Coach, I got one more. I could be way out in left field, but I'm going to throw out a name. Mark Tromba. I'm not in left field.
Ray, Mark and I, we were college roommates along with Matt DeLisa, great Wycliffe guys, and I would always hear Ray stories all the way through. He is the heart and soul of the broadcasting world. You've played a major impact on Mark's life. Mark's a tremendous broadcaster, as you know, and just a great person and a great friend. Great Wycliffe tradition. I was well schooled in the Wycliffe tradition, and you're a big part of it.
You mentioned 2 great kids.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but wait a second. You're roommates, okay, and he's over there broadcasting at Madison. How does that happen?
Well, and that's something I should talk about with Ray, for crying out loud. I don't know why in the world he ever left Wycliffe to go over in Madison, but
his kids are there, right?
Yeah, his kids. His wife Kelly, she's on the school board, and they really like it in Madison, and Madison's treated them very well. And Mark will do a super job no matter where he's at. Very professional, extremely professional.
I seen Bonnie, his mom, at 9 o'clock mass this morning. No wonder they're such great people.
Yeah, they really
Mark
are.
And Frank, his dad, they're just great people. Okay, we're going to end with this question, and you're going to get a big smile out of these guys, I'm sure. Okay, when when you get into the huddle, first, who's talking the most that you got to tell shut up?
It depends every play. It depends what happens. Mostly the linemen, though. They're all rowdy and getting going and stuff. This kid's telling me to throw him the ball.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, and out of all the plays, your very favorite play?
Of Friday?
In the Perry playbook that you're going to call. What's your favorite one?
If I had to choose a favorite play, it'd probably be Reagan. It's our deep threat play.
Well, before you tell us what it is, you just put a big smile on his face right here.
Why?
Because that's his dog's name.
Reagan?
Yeah. All right, I wonder why, because he liked President Reagan. But go ahead, tell us what it is.
I don't know, I just like to play because it opens up a lot of open spaces on the field and makes the defenders choose areas and receivers to cover, which will leave other receivers open. I just like how the play opens up and develops. Yeah, it develops.
And it's a deep.
It's a deep threat play. Yeah, we have posts and a wheel route and an under for our check down.
Now, can Andy get to there with being 20 pounds overweight? What'd you say? I had to throw a shot. I said, well, hey, can Andy get to that deep ball being 20 pounds overweight?
Every once in a while.
You guys are fantastic. We'll have you on again. Congratulations on that win, and good luck against Brush this week.
Charlie, thanks so much, guys. This was so much fun. We really, really enjoyed ourselves. You guys did a tremendous job, and this is a beautiful place.
Oh, my goodness. You'll be back, right?
All right. This is my favorite place.
All right. All right. Take them over and sign the banner. I want your autograph. Great job. Matt Rosati, the Perry Pirates. Fantastic job. Wow, it was great to have you. Good job, Andy. Good job. Wow, what a team here.
Yeah,
boy,
that's
something else.
Keep watching.
Yep, we're going to have him on again. We're going to call Jay Cronin and from the News Herald, and we're going to finish up we got about 25 more minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit about high school football, but it gives me some time because we always run out of time. We never have time to do much. This is a great place. So if you're ever out and about, they promote that they are right on the water, and you can't get no closer because you're almost in the water. And it is fantastic food. It's a great place. It's a sunset. Jay, what did you have for dinner?
Well, I had, whenever I go to a new place, I go with the burger and fries first. That's my...
it's so tall.
Yeah.
How could you get your mouth on it? My goodness, it's so big. Was it good?
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic.
All right, that's great. We'll talk football in a second. I can't wait to eat this famous Mondays with Malta menu I'm going to eat off of. But we're having a benefit for Ray Malavic, and it's a spaghetti dinner benefit, and Jay's on the committee, and we appreciate that. It is going to be September 18th between 5 and 9 at the Stadium Grill, and tickets are only $10. You can get them from just about anybody that knows Ray Malavic, his sister Robin, his good friend Jay, myself, or you can just show up that day. We're just trying to get a number so we can make enough spaghetti. We're going to have spaghetti, meatballs, Italian sausage, all for $10, along with bread, butter, salad, and desserts. And wives and moms are going to make desserts, and they're going to be good ones. You can't beat that. Bill Flaherty, who's helping us out, is the ringmaster of this whole thing at 440-749-4343. Ray, we're going to have a lot of fun that day.
Looking forward to it. Seeing a lot of people. Had the honor of being inducted in the Captain's Hall of Fame yesterday, and a lot of my former players were there, and they're coming to benefit, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. It's got to be just a great feeling to think that, so many people have been inducted into that Hall of Fame, and now it's me too, and you're on the wall there. Fantastic. I know Tim O'Brien was just so excited, and Neil, and the other. Mention the owners and a couple other people that just are dear to your heart.
The Carfagnas, the Murphys, they're the owners, and all the guys that I worked with for so many years up in the booth, like family.
Oh, they definitely, and I couldn't make it because I actually was emceeing another Hall of Fame out in North Ridgeville, the USFTL Hall of Fame, where people like Lee Lamadou got in, and boy, you guys remember that name, and you're a great softball player. And I'll tell you, he's got hair down his back. And Lee's gained a little bit of weight, but he looks still like he can hit the ball a country mile. Like we know him, we umpired many of his games, and it was a very, very nice. But he got inducted in flag football, and it was nice to see Paul Lamadou and a good friend of yours, Mickey Coyne, was there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he was his presenter. So a lot of friends there, and it just, you know, Mary Beth and I have done nothing on Sunday afternoons, or maybe go to a movie or what for the last 3 months. And that day, both things at the very same time. I really, I felt bad, and my condolences that I wasn't there. But, you know, I was there when you were inducted, and I was your presenter when you were inducted into the City of Wycliffe Hall of Fame, which is quite an honor, too.
Oh, thank you, Charlie. And I know you were there in spirit.
Oh, I was. I just, it bothered me immensely that I couldn't make it. Well, let's talk about some high school football, because the guy across from us, John, you'll be able to pick his brain. He was at the St. Joe game, and what game did you have Friday night?
That was actually Perry and Riverside.
Oh, you had the Perry and Riverside game. Yeah, I wish you would have chimed in there then. Tell us a little bit about that game, what you've seen from both teams, and, wow, that wide receiver, Andy's a ball player.
Yeah, he had a special game. He caught 3 touchdown passes, threw one, and he had a big pick at the end, big interception at the end. He was all over the field. He was a do-it-all for them.
He made his claim to fame for week 1 for the Tony Fisher Award.
Yeah, he's got to be on the list for sure.
That's for sure. And the second game you had VASJ. What happened to them?
Well, I'll tell you, the biggest thing that came out of that game was an hour-and-a-half lightning delay that we had with 3:36 left in the second quarter. But the team they played, University, is a real nice team. They got a real good quarterback. They've got some good skill position players, some good linemen, and they're a team that's going to win some games. So I mean, it was a good test for the Vikings right off the bat, you know, to see what some of the things they need to work on. And but I'll tell you one thing about St. Joe's is, you know, Jerry Higgins is a special player, and it's going to be tough for a lot of teams to stop them.
All right, go ahead.
Let me ask you something, Jay. Manor obviously is a very good team, beat up Massillon this past weekend, but who, if you had to pick one team that you would call a surprise, or you would expect to be a surprise team in the News Herald area, who would that be?
A team that could surprise. That's well, you know, I'm kind of, you look at teams, when you think about that, you look at teams that have kind of had some not great records recently that might get over the 500 mark. I think there's a few of them you can look at. One of them's North, with Sean Dodd as the coach there. They're a team that could, you know, win some games this year. Riverside, I think, is another team to look at. At Wycliffe, they've been pointing to this season for Wycliffe for a while. They've got a lot of talent on the Blue Devils, and those are just some of the teams in Lake County.
You know who said at the preview show, John, who said watch out for them, but it might not be, you three guys might not think it's a surprise because they're usually good every year, and that's Chardon. The Hilltoppers got one heck of a team this year.
Yeah, John Kemp feels that they're probably going to run the table.
Yeah, isn't that something? And you brought up North, and you know what? Is in a press box for the game, and you know, they've got a great running attack, a big line. Ken Payne carried the ball 29 times and didn't get 100 yards, but they just got a lot of tough yards. They got to shore up their special teams, or they would have won that game. And someone sent me the video of that kick that the referee called good, and it definitely, it's got to go inside the bar. I teach it, and it went over the top and to the right of the bar, never went.
That was the final. That was the edge.
There's 50 seconds left, and North got the ball back, but they couldn't do it. But the referee hemmed and hawed, and you don't do hem and haw. You do this or this. And when he hemmed and hawed, I think he was trying to think, did it go inside or not? And
you know all those referees are blind anyway, Charlie. So
no.
You talk about North, and last year I think they were 3-7, but they had a lot of competitive games, and you know Sean is
a great coach.
Has that history of turning things around. He turned Gilmore around and made them into a perennial playoff team. And I mean, do you think that you think he's going to have that success in this program?
Yeah, that's one of the things you look at is like how in the games that they lost were they competitive, like you said, and with the kids that they have, how many, you know, of course, depends on how many returned. You know, being a year older, they can hopefully get them over the hump.
I agree with your analogy, but I worry about where they're going to get their wins, John, because you look at the schedule; it's so tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Mayfield on there, Sal, Madison. I mean, come on. I mean, there's going to be Chardon. You've got some really, really tough schools. I don't know where to. Let's hope they win this week, and then what's week
Then they
3?
got a real toughie of Maple Heights.
Yeah, then they got Maple Heights. So it's going to be tough to get wins. That's why I was so hoping to get that Westlake win, but you know it wasn't meant to be. Ray, I know you do a lot of reading and stuff. You couldn't get to the game on Friday, and we got to congratulate the Hall of Famers that were inducted from East Lake North. They put on a show Thursday night, as just like the NFL does. Chuck Berger and his staff do a remarkable job. That Hall of Fame presentation on Thursday was incredible. And Ray, again, you do a lot of reading. Who do you look for that might surprise us?
Well, I'm with Jay with Wycliffe. They got a premier running back in Petway.
And a premier right tackle. I've been following since he's been about 3 years old. Jared Zinte.
Giant.
Watch him, John. I got to get Mount Union looking at him because I got some friends over there, and he'd be a nice right tackle for them someday.
They've had some lean years, but maybe not this year. You know.
I think that kid, if I remember right, averaged 18 yards a rush for Wycliffe the other night.
Yeah,
and their quarterback had some good yards too. On the ground, I think he had some decent numbers through the air too.
I think Jay will agree. They've been Mars says Purcell have been looking for this group.
Yeah, they were real good in middle school. They had a real nice year. Of course, they had Jerry Higgins on that team, who's at St. Joe's
right.
now.
That's that junior class that it was 370-some points to 22. You were the AD.
Yeah.
You had something to do with that.
Sure. I watched.
Hey, guys, it wouldn't be a round table here of high school football if we didn't talk about Menor. And they look like they're going to have another great year. Ted Arunas didn't have an exceptional game, but enough to win, and 57 points, and he's their leader.
No, and they showed up with a running game with Isaiah Gulick.
Right, another good runner. I mean, it was Matthews last year, and Gulick, or is it Gulick? Gulick, isn't it?
I don't. You know, I'm not positive on that.
Right, and a little mystified about Lake Catholic, but it's now a no contest that gives them the ability to get second-tier points, I'm told. Is that what you're hearing?
Apparently so. They're just going to play a 9-game schedule. It would be as if the first one was never scheduled.
Wow.
And that's, as I understand it, that's an OHSAA rule. So I'm a graduate of there, and I played football there, and I don't know what happened. I mean, you see what was in the paper, which wasn't a whole lot. So I don't really know what happened. I guess from an alumni position, I'd like to know what happened and make my own judgment as to whether that was the correct thing to do or not. And there was some talk that they suspended these players and for that reason may not have had enough to field a team. Now, I'm having a hard time buying that just because there's a lot of kids in the program, and if 10 kids get suspended, you pull 10 up from the JV and play the football game. So I'm not making a judgment on whether it was proper or improper because I don't know the facts that led to that decision. But, boy, I sure am curious to find out what happened there.
Yeah, if you read a lot of online forums, people go on there and they mention exactly what you said there. Yeah. But we're not in the building. We don't really know what's going on.
And I know enough of those guys over there to trust in their judgment, but that doesn't make me any less curious as to what occurred and whether that was the correct action to take. But
right,
there's nothing you can do about it now. You got 9 games. You got to play 9 games and go from there.
Jay, do you know where you're at this week?
Hey, I don't yet, but I wanted to mention something, Charlie. I wanted to talk a little bit about the 2 teams we had here tonight. Fairport, I remember you guys went around and asked all the kids who their rival was, and none of them had an answer. But now I did a story on their football stadium here, Greg Field, a few years ago. It's a really neat stadium they have over there. But in my research there, I can tell you that their rival for many, many decades was Harvey. Harvey is just right down the street.
There you go. Mm-hmm. None of them said that.
Well, they don't play them as much anymore because Harvey's Division III and Fairport's Division 7, so they don't often get together. But for years, that was a huge game in Lake County. before my time.
Jay, I don't know if you're part of what I call John Camp's Bible, but that was just simply the best reading the 3 days that I had picked it up, and I keep it for whatever I have to do in the next 9 games for either WINT or for our radio show. But prior to that, you got to be lauded for the job you did on that South football team that made it to the state finals. Did you have a lot of fun writing that article?
Yeah.
And you did a great job.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Thank you. The best part of it is just getting together with the guys and just talking about the old days and the stories. And I was in school around about that time. I was at Wycliffe, but I remember South in that team that they had, and we played against them, and they were good. They beat us 16-0. But yeah, it's always fun to do that. Just to get together with them, go to their homes, and like kind of relaxed atmosphere. And you think that you kind of go into it thinking that you're kind of almost trying to, you're bothering them to do this, but it's no bother at all. They're more than eager to sit down with you and talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours about the old days.
And it's just too bad that you didn't get a voice from Dan Fileska, a dear friend of ours, and who was on that team but played a integral part of the whole season.
Yeah, every one of those guys made sure to mention Dan. He was their good friend, and it's really sad what happened.
And now did you do these? You did do the Wycliffe State Championship story too, right?
Yeah, that was
excellent.
The first one I did, the 1974 Blue Devils. That's where it all started, and just tracking some of those guys down that still live in the area, and yeah, they love to talk about that team too and the run that they had.
You got to get, and I'm going to make sure I send an email out. I'd love for you to do a story before the benefit on this guy right here. You know what? Mike Felice calls him Coach, and a lot of people do call him Coach. It would be nice to see that right before the benefit, maybe the Saturday before, the Friday before. I'm going to send an email out to Mark Podolsky. Wouldn't that be good, John?
That was a great story on the Wycliffe team, because I knew a bunch of those knuckleheads back in the day, Costa and Fendi and all those guys, because my older brother played in the little leagues with them, and what a cast of characters that team. And I got a guy that lives 2 doors down from me, Mike Marinick, that is my neighbor, and we talk about that quite often. And of course, Severino was I think was a junior on that team.
Yes, he was.
Boy, what a and Danny Shop unfortunately passed away not too many years after that. But
was that Lisa's brother?
No. No. But what a
Bad News Bears.
What a talent!
The original Bad News Bears.
And that's exactly the way to describe them. But man, what a bunch of talented guys on that team.
You look at them, you think they'd be. Don't forget when they started their run. I was the freshman coach then. They were 8-8, and they won 8 straight to be state champ. Then they came back, had a couple makeup games, and lost those.
Yeah.
But they got hot.
That was the amazing thing that I really didn't remember, is how mediocre their record is going in, and they just, man, when I read that article, you can't get a better role than they went on there.
And let's not forget, this was the AAA state championship.
Right.
This isn't small school. This is the big.
Ray, it would be remiss if we didn't talk about Kenny Rinaldo, talking about that team. Say a few words about Kenny.
Now, Kenny was a dear friend of mine, still is.
Just a got inducted into the Hall of Fame this past year.
Right. I believe he lives in one of these castles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But I learned a lot from him as a teacher, as a baseball coach, and as a friend. And he was part of that Bad News Bears. I mean...
he was a heck of a softball player, too. I remember umping his games. Wow.
Tremendous. But, I had some good teams, too, if you need a little luck. And as Kenny once said, the one team I did have in the 90s would have beat that state championship team probably 9 out of 10. But you need that little bit of luck, too. And we didn't have it. But baseball's been good at Wycliffe. A little lean for a while. Now coming back with a former player, Phil Mata, directing the charges.
Yeah, they've had some success with Phil there, and Phil's a classmate of mine, and he got a corner from him. So I've known Phil for many, many years.
When I retired, I had a chance to be his assistant. We had a very good team. we lost to St. Joe's in district final, but it was fun to get back with baseball because I'd been with softballs for so many years, you know.
Well, Jay, if I could, let me go back to Menor real quick. Their quarterback is a junior this year, I think.
Right.
Yes.
Well, what do you hear about him as far as interest from colleges?
A lot. I think John did a story on him that he visited a lot of schools within the Big Ten during the summertime, and I haven't heard anything more since then about that. But I understand he's a guy they're really looking at.
And is he? He kind of busted out on the scene last year. I don't know if he played JV when he was a freshman or what he did, but he just came out of nowhere last year.
Right. They had an open competition and he won the job. And because I think there were some people that probably thought that Mitch Trubisky's younger brother Manning would get it or somebody else, but Tata stood out and he was the most talented out of all of them, and he won the job.
And then we got Saturday night to look forward. I think it's a late afternoon or early evening game.
7:00.
Georgia and North Carolina.
Oh, my goodness.
Trubisky and Fritz down at the Georgia Dome.
Wow, that's going to be something. There doesn't... Houston plays somebody right off the bat.
Houston plays Oklahoma, yeah.
Yeah, Oklahoma was. So that's just simply incredible. But I want to end that with Wycliffe being raised such a Wycliffe guy, too. Do you think they have a really good shot at getting to the playoffs? Can they get enough wins and enough computer points?
I believe that they can. The first three opponents are all games that they should win. For them to really take a step forward this year, they have to beat some of those teams that they've been losing to. They have long losing streaks against Chagrin Falls, Perry, and West Geauga. And Geneva obviously has a tough team this year, too. If they can win one or two of those games, that'll go a long way for them
getting enough computer points. I see Chagrin took it on the chin from Kirtland last week, and we figured Kirtland was going to be good, but how do you know? Because they graduated so many seniors. But Tiger Laverty, boy,
they're just a machine.
I had one of the parents of one of the kids I was talking to Friday morning, and I said, how you guys think you're going to do? And he said, we're going to get killed. We haven't played that well in the scrimmages, and then they win 31-7.
Yeah. That was hard to believe. And they got a Week 3 matchup with St. Joe's.
Yeah, that's going to be a Saturday night special at Sparky D.
Right. And speaking of Mondays with Malta, our next show, tentatively, I haven't inked it all, but it's going to be at the how do you say it? KTC?
KCT, the Kirtland City Tavern.
I call it the Kirtland City Tavern because I don't want to get those letters wrong. But a place I like going for a fish fry, but that night it'll be Monday, it'll be buy one burger, get one. And, boy, they are good. And I know Ray loves that place. And he don't only love it, his dad loves it. And I was in there, Maureen said, Charlie, Mr. Malavic was here last week, and his friend. And I says, well, we're going to get Ray in here. We'd like to do a show on September 12th. Then the 19th will be the East Lake North show at $2, and then the big one, and that's the 26th, with over 1,000 people at the Brovnick's Croatian home under new hands. But then again, the same food, the same atmosphere, even a better atmosphere because they just put $1 million into the place. So
what about next week?
Next week's Labor Day. We're going to take the week off at the holiday. Well, Jay, we appreciate it. Ray, you did great. We gave you a little more to handle tonight. You did a great job.
Thank you.
I know you like it. Try to do it.
Great to be here.
Well, you did a good job. John, you're always good. We appreciate your knowledge, and you add a lot to the show, and I'm very happy you're part of it this year. And I know you haven't been a great admirer of cheerleaders, but you're going to get some cheerleading on the 26th of September that you just might like it. All right, the show is brought to you by Pepco Jack Borky. My good friend Jack, and he sends his regards. Ray, he just good friend of yours, and said lots of prayers are coming your way. Clements Construction, Mike and Sue Clements, great sponsors, been with us for 12 of the 13 years. And if you need a new roof, please call the wonderful, wonderful people at Clements Construction. Matrix Tool and Machine, my good buddy Rich Wilson, following that great Lake Catholic girls team. And remember, Kata Drazina, remember that day, named someday going to be an Olympic player. Mark my words. Matrix Tool and Machine, Proud sponsors of Mondays with Malta, P.J. Conway, the owner. Stop in, tell him Charlie said hello. Forenza Stone, our good friends Mike and Missy, Timmy, and last but not least, Kramer Printing. And again, Kramer Printing did all our benefit stuff for Ray. And go in there and say thank you to him. He did a great job. Again, no show next Monday. It's a holiday, but we'll be back at the Kirtland City Tavern a week from next Monday with a Kirtland Hornet False Night. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Ellen. Thank Tom Moore. We are Mondays with Malta. Ray Malavic, John O'Donnell, 2, live from the Sunset. We are Integrity Radio, WINT, 1330 a.m., live on WINTradio.com and 101.5 FM. Good night for now, and have a safe trip home.